Hi guys, Melky here. Oh my god, I've been I've been talking to a picture for a long time. I forgot to switch it to video. So thank you for watching. I want to talk about law, okay? And I think nowadays we got the entropy has increased, time has passed by, things have gotten more complicated. Some of the things needs to collapse. So I think I could contribute the here by saying that people have been using the law as guidelines, and throughout the future I foresee that the law is going to become more and more guideliney. Do you know, it's more of a guidelines where people don't really think that it some people will think that the law is not to be obeyed, but that is dangerous because there's a reason, in fact thousands of years of reason, why the law is the law. uh, First of all, there are more to say about that, but I'm going to jump into the solution, the proposed solution, okay? At the macro level, you only create guidelines so that people at the central government, wouldn't worry about micro. They just do the what's ideal, what's philosophical, what is true in terms of that wisdom, or what is bad wisdom. After that, the local level will create laws based on the guidelines. So make it clear which are guidelines, which are the law. So at the micro level, people don't have to obey guidelines that is made for macro level, which means that there would be more over time, not instantly, but over time people will take the law seriously. When it had become a law, this is some more serious stuff because this is based on the real concern and the real danger that is happening in their immediate reality, which is something that is really born out of true danger, true risk, and true problems that's going to emerge if you really break the law. Okay, and of course I also propose that some of the law, you gotta specify the expiration date. Okay, law should not apply all the time. Okay, you gotta expire. Now there are more to say about that as well, but I'm going to jump again into the concerns when it was implemented, or the objection. Okay, one objection could be that the local government is going to have too much power because the central government don't have direct power over the people. It has to go through to local government all the time, and this will create local Karens and power trippers. If the power tripper is at like central government, like all of the people will bear the consequences, so it would be more dispersed. Maybe, I think I don't know, I don't think so, but maybe that's why people don't care, right? But if at the local level the damage or the problem is too real, it's too close, and it could give rise to a lot of conflicts. So my answer to this is already happening, and how is it going to get worse because of this? All right, because people have already, right? This is the premise. If the premise is wrong, then it doesn't apply. Maybe in your country it doesn't apply, but the premise is people already treating the law more like a guidelines compared to people in the past. So the law is not being taken seriously, and it is already like this. So if you make a distinction, there's not going to be a lot of differences. That is my counter argument of that. If you already got local Karens, they're already there. If you don't, then it wouldn't create any more local Karens, because when local government create laws out of a guideline, there's going to be auditors, right? Because this law is going to be reviewed, is subject to review by the central government, because they have created, okay, this is the guidelines, right? Where is the result? And they're going to audit, they're going to compare, right? Oh, this is for this is for that, this is for this. Okay, it's you passed. At the internal government level, that's what's going to happen. So I don't think, yes, it could make something like that, but it's just a shift of tuning, different tunings. Like at the macro level, it's just it's like this. If it's lower in here, it's going to be higher in here. But the benefit is great, guys. The benefit is like people can really rely on what is written, okay? And that gives people a lot of freedom, especially in the future when you want to have, I'll talk about that later. There's another concern, there's another problem or another objection, which means, why would you want to do that if there were no differences anyway? Can we just live like this all the time? Why do we have to worry about the law? Eventually, we're just going to succumb to the most powerful people in the world, which is who? The companies, the multinational companies. So I'm going to tell you guys, governments, right, performs well if the people are the performs for the people. So the checklist for the government is different than companies. Companies' checklist is to make profit and to give the utmost wealth to the shareholder, and it's a good thing. Do you want that to be the replacement of the government? Because the government's checklist is the prosperity and the happiness and all of the voices of the people. If people uh, if people like the government, then the government performs well. If the people think the government sucks, then the government sucks. Companies are not like that. That's not the orientation of companies. So do you want to go towards that direction? Because like one day the leader of the company is going to retire and give it to their nephews, their children. And do you know these people? You don't really know these people. The one who performs well is the predecessor. So it, and what can you do about it? There are no democracy. And if I own a company and I were to rule the world, let's say I am bigger than BlackRock, right? I don't like it. I wouldn't like it. Why? Because my life is over. Like my life is going to be all for that. Okay? And probably people are going to do some kind of Marie Antoinette upon my family, because now their lives stake is at my company. So in the future, it is so uncomfortable, guys. It seems like I have the power, but if there are no governments, if government is not there, then all of these problems going to shift upon the companies. And we don't want that. No one wants that, including the companies. I just want to enjoy the wealth. I don't want to deal with all of this governmental stuff. I am not establishing the company for that. Okay. So anyway, guys. So anyway, moving on. The second objection is not finished yet. The second objection is, why wouldn't we just let it go, right? It would sort out by itself. Uh, if people are not clear which one is an order, a law and order, and the other one is guidelines, you cannot claim like the local government, the local enforcer, like the police, eventually somewhere, maybe at your place, the police is going to take the matter on their own hands. Okay, they're not going to use the law as well. If you're not going to use the law, the enforcer is not going to use the law as well. And what's going to happen? We're going to have Karens. We're going to have Karens with weapons. So you don't want that, guys. So we need to have a clear distinction. Which one is an order? Which one is a suggestion? And if the local government sucks, audit them. All right? We need something clear. Why? Because we've been using clearness for our life. Wait a minute. Let me let me repeat that. With our progress, right, as human beings, our progress is in the clearness of things. For example, money. Money is clear, the value is clear. We can use it because people can rely on it, that it is written and it is what it is. Everyone would say $100, one apple, two apples, or three apples. If someone sells four apples, over purchase, and then after that sell it again, market correction, right? It's just the official value is the official value, and from that we could progress because we got a foundation that we could rely on. We could progress. Next, land certificate. All right, people cannot enter your land, they will be trespassing. Okay, but if the land borders become somewhat a guideline, it's just a guideline. Some creepy people is always going to go into your land and out again, just play around. Eventually they're gonna squat, and your land will reduce and reduce because of the squatters. Okay, you there's got to be a clear line, clearness, and we can audit them. We can, for example, if there's a law that is racist, like it's not really clear that it's racist, but it is written so that we could mathematically or logically derive the racism, we're gonna say, yo, this is racist. You're not, this law needs to be changed. So we can change it. If like if the local government only determines the law, determine the law based on their whim, okay, I order it so it will be, there are no written stuff, then if that guy is racist, then the law will be racist. But we're also talking about the freedom of the executives and stuff, of course, but at the end of the day, right, you don't want to be overwritten and stuff, so there's got to be a freedom for the executives. But at the end of the day, right, we I don't know, maybe should the philosophy of the law, you should read to the philosophers of the law for this. But just at the surface level, I hope we could relate how important this thing is, and in the future, how is it going to scale up, because differences of a degree, if it's being continued on, is going to end up at a different place. Yeah, just 1 degree, 0.5 degree, but over time, over 1,000 years, it's going to be at a different place. So we gotta do it right from now as much as possible. Okay, we gotta be perfect from now as much as possible. We have to aim for perfection, right? We gotta know what is perfect and aim there. Even if we ended up straying a little bit, at least we would not stray when we are not aiming towards there. Okay, I hope I could deliver the message, but I still think there's going to be a lot of counter arguments and also a lot of objections, because if I were to address all of the things, I don't know. I also have forgotten some of the points. So, but of course, there are a lot of people in this world. So everyone's point of view is better than my triangulation. Okay, it's better to have your direct concern from all of the direction, or from all of the places, rather than me working 3 times harder triangulate everything. from all of the angles. It's like, guys. So please leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.